All right, folks, it's been 8 months. We've had to sit on the season that we had last season. Did we give enough? Did we as a fan contribute enough? Man, what are you going to do on this field to make 2026 a memorable season?
Clint, what are you doing here? We're 3 weeks out from the season.
It's time. Hi, I'm Sean Clinch, the host and producer of Stories Inside the Man Cave podcast. And behind me here is home of one of my favorite college football venues in all of America, Homer Bryce Stadium, the home of my college alma mater, Stephen F. Austin, home of the mighty Lumberjacks. We will be talking about those Lumberjacks much later in the show. But I want to thank you first and foremost for watching and joining us tonight. We've got at least a couple of hours of content to entertain you with, and hopefully you learn something from Stevie Lee and myself. We're going to have some fun tonight, and we actually have 4 prizes to give away to 4 lucky winners who are here with us at Boulevard Bar and Grill. And once again, thank you for joining us and enjoy the show. And for those of you here at the Boulevard Bar and Grill, be sure to tip your waitress. Enjoy the night.
The Bully is a cozy Austin original bar and grill that feels like home. Boulevard Bar and Grill, nestled into this Northwest Hills strip mall, recently celebrated 2 decades. The drink prices are like going back to 2004. It's where familiar faces gather and everyone knows your name. The Bully family are also friends of the Stories Inside the Man Cave podcast. Boulevard Bar and Grill on Far West Boulevard in Northwest Austin.
What's up, football fans? Stories Inside the Man Cave coming from you live at the Boulevard on Far West. I'm Charlie Highsmith with Data Movers Delivery Service. We are a proud sponsor for the show today and ready to kick off this season ASAP. And we got some good quality stories coming up, so stay tuned and enjoy the show. Adios.
It's time to kick things off with
Stories Inside the Man Cave.
now. Throws for the end zone. Diving!
What's up, guys? We are back for another edition of Kicking Things Off. This has been a beautiful, beautiful experience with technical difficulties this year. I'm Sean Clinch, the host
producer of Stories Inside the Man Cave. That's Stevie Lee. Stevie Lee. He is the namesake of the pass rusher, Stevie Lee. And if you can't hear the audio, please let us know. Text me if you know me. We just had some technical difficulties. But, hey, I want to give a big shout-out to everybody at Boulevard Bar and Grill. Let's hear it from everybody at Full House. There we go. Let me give you a little shot of what it's like here, especially these guys. I don't know if they want to be on live camera, but they are now. There we go. Hey, we've got a big, nice delay there, but a big 2+ hours of content. We got to thank the Boulevard Bar and Grill for always being a gracious host of us for all of our episodes that we do here, because we are now, football season has arrived, Stevie. And tell me a little bit about right now. If you're not here right now at the Boulevard, there is a special, because you may need dinner. You may have had late meetings, but there's a special. Are you planning a night in or hosting the crew? Hey, don't stress about running out to grab drinks. My friend Dave Ramirez over at Northwest Hills Liquor has you completely covered. They will literally bring the party right to your door with fast delivery. Remember, you must be at least 21 years of age to order, so go check them out. Northwest Hills Liquor, where you're a guest, not a customer.
This is Dave Ramirez with Northwest Hills Liquor here in Austin. Welcome back to Kicking Things Off.
I mean, I hope we kick his ass. I mean, like it's the Red River rivalry. You know what I mean? He chose to go there. He's on the other side. It's the way the game goes. If you've ever been, it's a hell of a game. Like at the end of the day, like it's competition. You know, after the game, I'm sure I'll give him a big hug. Before that, we're trying to beat his ass. That's the way it goes.
We have never.
He's here. He got us.
Okay, he got it. All right. So we're golden now. We're going old school. All this new gear that we've upgraded to, it's all good. So you heard Spicy Sark.
Yeah.
He's talking about the new age where we have transfer portal folks year in and year out. This is the new way of college football. Parker Livingston, who was a great receiver as a freshman, transfers to one of the arch rivals, Oklahoma.
Yep.
Your thoughts on what Sark said about that at SEC Media Day?
So what is he supposed to say? Right. I mean, he said everything that he was supposed to say. Like, honestly, we hope we beat him. You know, he chose to go to a rival school. That one Saturday, what is that, in October?
Yep.
We gotta. What did he say?
He said we're going to kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
But he said, hey, after the game we can hug it
We
up.
can hug it up.
But we're going to kick. I want to kick his ass.
Yeah.
You know, that's rivalry for you. So we love that. We love talking about the rivalry, but that's in October.
Yep.
You know what? I also love talking to this guy. Let's bring in the CJ Vogel as we are trying to get all of this. CJ, we're dealing with a lot of technical issues we never dealt with before.
Hey, welcome to the new age, boys. This is how it goes every day. Every day.
So CJ, he has been, let's say, busy. He just finished with UT football practice. Before we dive into what you've been covering for the last 6 months, tell us what you witnessed or what did you learn tonight?
Yeah, I watched a lot of the defense today. A lot of guys that you hear about all the time. Jonah Williams, Justice Terry was someone that I watched very closely today, and I want to talk to you guys about him because Hero Kanu had some really interesting things to say about him after practice. But just getting an idea of what Will Muschamp will be working with this year is something that I was very focused on this afternoon. And let me tell you, there's a lot, right? I like John Meredith. I liked what I saw from Bo Mask over at Sheen Biles. I liked Tyler Atkinson today. There's a lot of pieces for this defense to work with. Now it's about fine-tuning the calls, the schemes, the communication, and get moving from there.
CJ, before we move on, I definitely want to encourage everyone listening to not only view and follow on Texas football, you and Bobby, the entire team. Tell everyone where they can go and where they may find a subscription because it is a good return on investment.
Yeah, great return on investment right now. $3 gets you 3 months over at ontexasfootball.com. Come sign up. We got plenty of details on the team, and I'm over on Twitter at CJVogel_OTF as well.
CJ, Steve and I both have questions for you. So if you guys are not aware, CJ he's got a lot of grit, a lot of hustle. I would say he runs about a 4.7 40, but or you have a good 60 from home plate to first base. But he covers recruiting year-round, including the Manning camp in Thibodaux, Louisiana. But tell me about this 2027 commitments. It was like a lot, every year Texas fans and a lot of fan bases get a little antsy because they don't have X amount of commitments by a certain date. Let's talk about this group that Texas has committed so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, well, first and foremost, that 4.7, that might only be on about a 30-yard, distance there. All right, so I'm not going to give myself that just yet. But I like what Texas has in this class. And, of course, they just took a hit in the rankings because John Meredith, the five-star corner, he reclassed. He's on campus already. So you're missing out on the top corner in the country and a five-star from the current ranking. So if you're upset about that, just know that guy's already on campus. You don't have to worry about that. But I'll start in the training. How could you not? Defensive line is something I look at, and I love Kasai Curry coming in from Sierra Canyon. Man, he is someone that when he gets going, and that first step will need some work, Stevie, I think we've talked about that right after he committed. When that body gets going, it's tough to slow him down. He finds the football. He's strong. He flings bodies around. I like what he can bring to the table. And then out on the edge, Derwin Fields celebrating a birthday today out of Mississippi. Quick twitch. Cam Hall out of Mansfield, much larger body. He gets bigger every single time that I see him, and that's impressive to me. And then two real quick I love the tight end. And we've talked a lot about how the tight end role has evolved with Jatavian Sanders to Gunnar Helm to Jack injuries to what it's going to be this year. Texas has two guys that I am really excited about with JT Geraci and Brock Williams. The tandem of those guys should have Texas fans very excited about what's next in Jeff Banks' room moving forward.
Stevie was kind of excited about the guy who goes under center or talk about. I mean, you love this guy.
Right. I had a question about the 2028 commit quarterback.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? What do you think about him?
I have seen him. Neiman Lawrence is I'm sure the kids call him a dog. And if I'm allowed to say it too, then I'm going to call him a dog because, boy, he is. He's a guy that you just see in competitive settings rise to the level that is on the other side. And whether it's the Elite 11, whether it's some of the passing camps for the opening or anything along the lines of that, that kid competes, and he competes his tail off, man. And that's what I think Texas enjoys with their quarterbacks, right? Whether it be an Arch Manning, Dia Bell was like that. KJ Lacey was playing varsity basketball back in 8th grade in Alabama. Neiman Lawrence is very much of the same cloth, and I'm really excited for what he can do. Arm strength is there. Frame is not the biggest, but, boy, the athleticism sure is.
CJ, I got to admit, the evening, because you've been a part of these, we have practically almost a full house, a lot of familiar faces that you know.
Come on.
Joe Cook and his lovely little daughter, who is, I think, so he commits to this. We get the interview, and then he's retiring from it to go to law school. But just as I owe Joe Cook, I owe you a Boulevard burger, and I have a feeling it involves one of these.
Oh, come on. I appreciate that. Make sure, tell Joe I missed him out there today. Anytime these practices are going on at DKR or at Dennis, man, it's not the same without Joe Cook out there.
It isn't. Both of you are great humans, and we love the work that you do, brother, and we owe you big time, CJ.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. Stevie, I wanted to bring this up real quick because, look, we've talked all about Justice Terry before. About 15, 20 minutes ago, I left Moncrief and DKR. Players were talking. Hero Kanu spoke, called him a generational talent, said he's got everything that he needs.
Generational talent, Justice Terry.
Generational talent for the Longhorns. He's just got to piece it together. If that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what will.
Okay. Well, one of my questions I was going to ask you, and I scrapped it. I was going to ask you who was going to be the breakout player this year, you thought.
Oh, if it's not Justice Terry after today, I'm going to have to go back to the well. Jermaine Bishop on offense. Everything that I hear about Jermaine Bishop is that kid is absolutely elite, and he's going to find ways to impact the football game on either side of the ball.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Anything CJ says usually it's 99.9% accurate because he is human. You got to have that fraction, that 100th of a percent.
I will take it. Thank you,
CJ. Keep up the hard work, man. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you on Monday.
See you, brother. Always love that conversation with CJ. He's amazing. Hey, CJ will agree with this, that this team, the roster is constructed in a way that can make a national title run.
Yeah.
But with the CFP, it makes it harder. However, we asked Mac Brown all about that, and this is what the legendary former Longhorn head coach had to say about this roster and handling all this national championship pressure.
When you have a team like Texas that has all the perceived pieces to make that run for a national championship, I mean, you had quite a few of those teams, even at North Carolina when you and Florida State were battling for the ACC. But obviously those teams with Stevie, you had all the pieces. Not really the advice, but how do you manage all the hype as a coach to keep everyone in the organization, so to speak, dialed in one day, 1 week, and one game at a time instead of looking at that potential in late January or now February nowadays?
Well, Sean, it's a great question, and it's real. And at Texas, it's real every year because they expect you to win the national championship every year. And I talked to Coach Sarkisian a couple of months ago, and he said, it's 4th and 1 every day in Austin. And I said, it is. It is. Everybody's talking about football. They don't talk about anything else. And it's urgent. We got to get it done. What I always thought is that we set the goal. Let's say for the 05 team that had just beaten Michigan in the Rose Bowl, we said, okay, let's use the Harvey Pinnock statement, take dead aim, because it's real. They were 1, we were 2. Vince called everybody out on the podium and said, we'll be back. And I said, what are you doing, man? And he said, I'm telling our team and our fans, we're coming right back here. We're going to stay in the same hotel. We're going to practice at the same place, and we're going to win the national championship. You know, after he said it, I thought, that's okay. But now let's go back to the process. Let's don't talk about it all the time. So we got with Matthew McConaughey and we got with Roy Spence with GSD&M, and we said, okay, let's make our goal to win the conference championship, and let's make our dream to win the national championship. So we had our goal. After we beat Ohio, and Vince wrote on a grease board in the summer, anybody that wants to beat Ohio State, come and see me at 7 o'clock at the practice field. Whole team shows up. Vince calls me afterward and said, Coach, we're good. They're all in, man. And this was June, and I mean, it was 110. And they didn't care. They all showed up. Then we win a tight game against Ohio State. I thought they were probably the third best team. If they had beaten us that night, they would have played USC for the national championship. So that was like a playoff game. Yeah. And then we win it 25-22, and we walk out of there, and I'm thinking, we're pretty good. We are pretty good. But we still hadn't beaten Oklahoma for a couple of years. So then we had to beat Oklahoma. Well, we killed Oklahoma. I think it's 45-13 or 14, something like that. Is a lot to a little. And then you walk out of there and you say, okay. And I look up, and Sally the next day has got a Rose Bowl T-shirt. And I said, talk about looking ahead. The head coach's wife has got a Rose Bowl T-shirt. So what we did, and it's the only time I've ever done this, we started saying, okay, let's beat the next team. That'd be Oklahoma State maybe. So let's beat Oklahoma State. And on Sunday, we'll look at our stats compared to Oklahoma State. But then let's compare our stats to USC every week. Let's make this real. So we said, okay, we beat Oklahoma State. We outrushed them. We forced more turnovers than they did. But USC outrushed us. And USC forced more turnovers, so we won the conference game. We didn't win the national championship. Let's go to the next week. So it was real that we were sitting there, and we were really conscious of this game. So, Sean, to answer your question, I wanted us to be proud that we were in the talk for the national championship. I used to say you got to move in that neighborhood, and you got to buy a house. And if you buy a house in the national championship team's neighborhood, you get real comfortable with it, and at some point it's going to work, and it's going to happen. And I asked Coach Royal, how and when do you win a national championship? He said, when you're good enough, when you're better than your rivals, and when you stay healthy, and when you can be lucky and win a couple of close games on the road. He said, then you've got a chance to win it all. Yeah. But until you can do those things, why talk about it? So what I wanted our guys to talk about getting better. Everybody in that room get 1% better. Everybody become a better teammate.
All right, Stevie, always good to talk to Coach Brown, his head football coach at Texas. The beautiful thing about what Coach Brown says is through many experiences. I mean, he experienced everything at the University of Texas. And one thing about you can see the entire, I mean, that interview is 20 minutes long. And heads up, for all of our recorded and edited interviews, you can see the entire long-form interviews on our social media platforms, particularly on our Facebook page and Instagram, beginning as early as tomorrow.
Yep. And that interview was that was our second time interviewing. Coach Brown.
Yeah, we love Coach Brown.
A wealth of knowledge, man, and I love the insight that he gives every time he opens his mouth. It's fun.
He has a lot of good things. He is actually very amusing, by the way. He's a fine. We love Coach Brown. We need to have him as a regular guest. We need him and Sally to come with next time.
Right.
So another thing that we didn't get into with C.J. Vogel was
the transfer portal is not going away. It's just not going away. And this transfer portal class, how would you describe it that Sark and that staff put together for the Longhorns in the offseason?
So, when I played college football, we didn't have transfers like we have today.
No.
And it's a little bit different now, and I like it, and I don't. When you go to a school, you kind of commit there, but it's the rules that we have to play by now. So I think that Texas did a really good job of going out and getting the players that they wanted, getting the guys that we needed to fill spots on the roster, and I think that we really got exactly what we needed, and we constructed a really, really good football team.
I think you're right. And one of which is a former Lake Travis Cavalier who transferred from Akron. And we're going to get into that because this is the name of the game. Just because you don't sign with the program that you want to be or you think you should be, it's just the beginning for you. And I want you to listen to a VIP alumni of Stories Inside the Man Cave, Marcus Boswell.
I had my mindset to, University of Texas, hoping that, they'd see me or something. And, as soon as I went in that portal, when was it? It was Friday, the day the portal closed. And I was worried. I was sitting in my dorm room, all my stuff packed up, not knowing where I was going to go. And then I get a call from a 512 area code.
Oh,
man. Yeah.
You knew.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
You give and take through the transfer portal. In your opinion, for this group of Longhorns this season, which transfer portal addition do you think will make the biggest impact this season?
I think there's about 26 position groups you can pick, but I knew since Stevie was going to be on here, I had to go a defensive answer. I had to pay respect, and I think Rasheem Biles and just what he's going to bring to that linebacking core is going to be key. I mean, Anthony Hill's in the NFL, Leon Fowles over at Colorado now. Obviously, Will Muschamp's come in, so the linebacking core is a big question. They lost a lot of talent there, and you bring in a guy who had over 100 tackles last year at Pitt, at 3 defensive touchdowns, which I did somehow overlooked before a couple of weeks ago when I was doing some research. So obviously he's an explosive guy on that end. He's a senior, so he's an experienced guy. So I think what he's going to bring to that linebacking core and that defense as a whole, because this is still the SEC. I mean, it's going to be nice. The offensive fireworks is going to be fine. Cam Coleman, Hollywood Smothers, all those guys in offense, this will be fine. But this is the SEC. You're going to have to stop some people too. And, Colin Simmons is a great place to start. But there's 10 other guys that are going to need to make plays. And Rasheem is going to be, he's going to be involved with a lot of plays on defense. So I'll pick him.
Hey, Stevie, Danny Davis, another one of our favorites. The thing about Danny, he's a cerebral guy, great writer. He has this dry sense of humor, which is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
You've gotten closer with him because you understand where he's coming from. You had a beef with him last year. Now you love the guy.
It was a little beef, man. He said that we weren't going to do as well as we think we're going to do in the SEC. So I don't let him forget what he said about that. But it's all in fun, man. Danny's a good guy. I like his insights and love reading his articles.
No, he does a great job. Follow Danny Davis on the Austin American Statesman. He's one of the many scribes who are following Texas here locally, and they do a great job in this world we're eliminating print and TV media. You need to be very proud of those guys because we have some great journalists here in the Austin, Texas area, and so follow them and because they do great work. And Danny brings up some really good points, as does a guy who, well, I'll fill you in. Joe Cook with Inside Texas, he gave us some also insight about some position battles and, what we think may have been some issues with the O-line. Here's Joe Cook from Inside Texas talking about those subjects. All right, Joe Cook, friend, longtime friend of the pod. He's a managing editor for Inside Texas. He and his daughter are a dynamic duo. Joe, the first and most important question, Your daughter is no longer an intern of Inside Texas. What's her role nowadays?
She's head of morale at this point. She cries when the games are done, and I have a good picture of her going, all right, you ready to do a trick? Touchdown. Touchdown. Can you do hook 'em? Can you do hook 'em? Hook 'em?
She's
maybe one. We've hit our trick quota.
Yeah,
there we go.
Hook 'em. Got her hand up. She's working on the hook 'em.
There we go.
Well,
so she's a regular over at Bully too. She's normally running around.
I've seen her
giving everybody smiles there. So
big smiles.
Somebody have some green beans and mac and cheese for us.
What do you and your daughter think about the position battles to keep an eye on here in August camp for Texas?
Yeah, so I mean, I was trying to figure out which ones are battles, and then like which ones are, positions where you're going to split time, and you're going to split time at running back with Hollywood Smothers and Rayleigh Brown, two guys I brought in to make the running back room a little bit more explosive. You have an idea of what that top four, maybe the top three, are going to be like at wide receiver with Emmett Mosley and Ryan Wingo returning, and then obviously the addition of Cam Coleman. I think there's a little bit of intrigue at tight end because you bring in Michael Masunis for Michigan State, kind of fits the profile of a Y inline blocker, but so does Spencer Shannon. And Spencer Shannon had a really good spring and has had a good summer. So I think maybe that tight end role is going to be one to watch. They play a lot of two tight ends. Nick Townsend is going to be competing with Amari Winston. And again, they're in kind of different sorts of roles, but they do enough, one tight end on the field offensive formations to where those three guys are going to be battling for those snaps, and may change depending on the situation, but those guys are going to be in the battle. The big offensive battle, though, is at left guard. You know what you're getting in Trevor Gooseby. Connor Robertson's back. Brandon Baker's playing right guard, and Melvin Sinai is playing right tackle. You bring in Lawrence Seymour. You have Jaden Chapman. You have Dylan Sikorsky. You have a lot of different players who could ostensibly play that left guard spot. That's going to be where the main competition is, and I think the battle that most Texas fans are really looking for on the offensive side of the ball.
So Joe Cook basically saying they, as we all thought, they plucked my guy Clint Small in the house. What's up, baby?
How you doing, man?
Hey, Austin High Maroon legend. The pride of Vanderbilt University. Hey, his wife wrote a book, and it's called Be a Baller.
Be a baller.
Be a Baller. We all need to be ballers, and we're going to have her on Stories Inside the Man Cave podcast.
Well, remember we interviewed him. He said that she was the best athlete in the house.
Oh, yeah. Mama Small, Allison, is the best athlete, and their son, and we'll get to that, is going to be a second-year receiver for the TCU Horned Frogs. But Joe Cook brought up some good points. They plugged in some linemen. They knew they had to upgrade.
Yeah.
Sark did at Texas. But you know who else has a good perspective on Texas? But I definitely want to, before we get to Quan, have you seen the prices on the secondary market? If we were to sell our Ohio State Texas tickets, have you seen the price point?
I looked at it.
What do you think? Is it tempting?
To sell my tickets?
Yep.
First of all, I got 4 tickets.
Yep.
And all I need is me and my wife.
Okay.
So there's 2 more tickets that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with.
Sell. So I will, if you have not looked at the secondary market, so Texas plays Ohio State at DKR, the second game of the season. It is going to probably be the best game of the season. I'm biased. Yeah, that's right. Norman Watkins in the house. He's going to be in.
If we buy them,
hide your mamas, hide your wives. Norman Watkins is in the house. I said hide your wives, hide your grandmas. Norman Watkins in the house. So let's just say this. If I were to sell both of my season seats for Ohio State, it would pay for the entire season.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But I'm not selling. But speaking of Ohio State, the receiver Jeremiah Smith, he was asked at Big Ten Media Days who he has scheduled on the Ohio State schedule. This is what he had to say, Jeremiah Smith.
I circled Texas game because, You hear a lot about their stadium and how loud it gets. So, and it's our first big game, big away game. So I'm excited for it.
You think the Texas Stadium is going to be anything like the shoe? Or?
I think it might be louder. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be louder. It's gonna be a crazy atmosphere, and it's at nighttime, so it's gonna be rocking for sure.
Whoa! An Ohio State Buckeye said he thinks DKR will be louder than the shoe. Do you believe it?
I mean, when you hear everybody else talk about it, it might be. I mean, the kid from Michigan a couple years ago said the same thing. So it might be, and he might be right.
I've been very critical of DKR's lack of loudness. At times.
No, here of late, it's been a lot better.
It's been a lot better.
Yeah, we've gotten rid of the T-sips.
The wine and cheese.
Yeah. And so I think that people come in fired up and ready to go for the games.
Well, I will say this. One thing I did observe the last game of the season at DKR, a lot of Aggie fans were leaving with 4 minutes to go. And I could not hold back. And I said, well, I thought the 12th man stayed to the end. That did not go over well.
Yeah.
That did not go over well. So another thing that I want to present, in case you were not aware, this ever-evolving world of college football, with the CFP, it will remain a 12-team field for now. But the top 4 seeds, beginning with the number 1 seed in the quarterfinals, semifinals, get to pick the route or bowl game that they want to play in.
Yeah.
I think there's some incentive right there.
Yeah.
You want to be a top 4 seed, you get the opportunity to pick where you can play.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know how that works. It's
you pick.
Yeah, but who gets first pick?
Number 1.
Who gets second pick? Number 2?
And then the 4 seed, you just pick whatever's left.
Yeah. So why? Just college football playoffs committee, just do your job and put people where they need to go.
Yeah. Put the number 1 seed closer to home.
Closer to home. Yeah.
That's right.
100%.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, our guy, Quan Cosby, he always has a lot to say, but they're always things you remember. They're thought-provoking things. Quan Cosby, the legendary Texas receiver who won a national championship. Well, we also asked him, does this Texas team, are they aligned and constructed to win a national championship?
By the way, there is some truth to that, because I was laughing talking last year, and we were thinking about, and there's 2 levels to it. We're thinking about Indiana. Indiana was literally, I was 23 when I came back. Most of their players was 23, 24, 20. And they're like, they got all these old men. And I'm laughing going, damn, that was my freshman, sophomore year. But but that when you're older, that's how it works. So I got it. You know, and everybody's aligned and they have their stuff. But those dudes at that age that transferred with Coach Signetti, there's a different level of focus. You know, I finished school in 3.5. Wow, I didn't drop a class. I was older. I took care of business. I networked. You just go about it a little bit different when you're older. They gelled. They did their thing. They were disciplined. Honestly, it was a record-breaking lack of penalties. So what you said, Sean, actually makes more sense, because last year we took a step back. We were held, I think, number 131 in penalties. But yeah, because we did have the youth. We did have the distractions. Whereas now they're the youngest team, but they're a young team with a crazy amount of experience. And so that's where it gets dangerous.
Hey, give a shout out to our crowd at Boulevard Bar and Grill. Hey, we love free stuff. I almost said free. So Hargrove Roofing, know who's on your roof. Where's Coach at? Let's throw out some koozies. Let's go. Come on, throw them.
I know, right? Yeah, we definitely don't have any receivers right now. We definitely don't have any
That
receivers.
is not a football. That's why it's developed the way it is. You can't throw a koozie.
100%.
It is not aerodynamic. Hey, this is I feel like a sardine. I've never felt so close to another grown man before in my life.
I hope I smell good.
Norm, your teeth look fantastic. You have good enamel on your teeth.
Well, thank you, sir.
You smell.
I appreciate it, Brody.
You smell like a Greek god.
This dude right here.
Hey, is this like a scene from Step Brothers?
Well, we are brothers, right?
We are brothers.
We are brothers.
Yeah. So Norman Watkins, the best smile in Travis County, maybe the 4-county region. So Norman Watkins, I have to tell the story.
Go ahead.
We do it all the time. We went to junior high together for 1 year here in Austin. He bounced to Irving, Texas, became the #1 linebacker in the country, and was part of the recruiting class of 91. Somebody in the media asked him, so are you going to redshirt? To which Norman Watkins says, I'm too damn good to redshirt.
Which is the truth.
What's the truth? We played all 4 years.
Started
3.
Yeah.
So real quick, Norm, we love it when you're on here. You're a 4-time VIP alumni of Stories Inside the Man Cave.
Yeah.
Tell us what the secret is to your white teeth.
Well, I wasn't expecting that question. Man, thank my mom and dad, right?
Yeah, good genetics.
Yeah, had good. I did have braces though.
I did have braces.
I did have braces, and I take care of my teeth, right?
That's good.
So I get my teeth clean and all that good stuff. So yeah, thankful my parents.
Yeah, you have a beautiful mother.
Thank you.
She's a great human.
Yeah.
But real quick, when you compile everything you've seen tonight, what you've been following since the end of last season, and how it ended, in a great way it ended, although it was a bowl.
Yeah.
Give me your honest, non-biased, not former player. What do you think of this team? What will happen? What should we expect from these Longhorns?
You know what? I feel really good about the team. They built it the right way. Sark has done an excellent job. The whole entire coaching staff. What I like about this team is the alignment and the culture.
Right.
And each year, I just feel like we are more aligned than we have been. And from the ground up, I think at the end of the day, right, the game is easy. It's won in the trenches. So you got the offensive, defensive line, and all indication from what I'm hearing is that offensive, defensive line looks like the best in the country. And they built it to this at this point, and I think we're 2 and 3 deep at every position on the defensive and offensive line. We're going to always have good receivers and good running backs and good specialty players, but at the end of the day, in the SEC, you win in the trenches. So I feel real good about the team right now. I feel bullish about the team. Bullish.
You feel very confident going hosting Ohio State.
Yeah.
And going into that 7, they have 7 home games at DKR. Norm, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Bring it up, man. Norm and I, if you only knew, we are literally brothers and what we've shared. But he and Stevie, the brotherhood they have, the ex-Longhorn.
And Stevie and I are Louisiana boys, so
that's right.
This my little brother too, man. Yeah.
Norm, I want you to hear. We love hearing about people when they talk about impactful players.
Right.
Our guy, Jeff Jones at KView, he talks about who I think is going to annihilate people this year across the country. You want to know who that is?
Go ahead.
So, Jeff Jones, sports director at the Channel of Champions, KView, delivered his take on who he thinks is the most impactful of the transfer.
What's going on, my man? I had to wear the Longhorn theme tie to support the theme of this. Of course, it's never too early to talk Longhorns football. You asked me for one player on this year's UT team that I'm particularly looking forward to seeing, and that's got to be starting linebacker Rasheem Biles. I love watching the transfer portal, guys, because it doesn't matter how many highlights you watch when they're on other teams. You don't really know what to expect when they step on the field inside of DKR wearing the burnt orange. But apparently expectations are through the roof for Biles. He is a preseason first-team All-SEC player who has never played a snap of SEC football. Everybody knows this guy can ball. I recently asked Grayson Littleton, the starting DB at Texas, if he could describe Biles. To the first thing he said, Rasheem is a great guy, and he's a turnover machine. When I think of linebackers who are turnover machines, I think about Jalen Ford a few years ago. I know you remember him, and I know a lot of your viewers remember him as well. He was a guy who always found a way to come down with interceptions, force fumbles, and recover fumbles, and I think that's what we could be in store for when we watch Rasheem Biles.
Thank you, Jeff Jones. Rasheem Biles.
Yes, sir.
Linebacker.
Yes, sir.
Butkus Award winner.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
That would be my pick too, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Norman,
Yeah.
we love you, brother.
Man, appreciate it.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is
We
it?
have a certain member of our Man Cave family.
Okay.
She likes to call. She's very opinionated.
Okay.
She's very opinionated. Let's bring her in. All right, here we go. The Tess Sawyer. These Tess Sawyers in the house. We've got paparazzi all around.
The first lady of the man cave.
The first lady of the man cave.
Represent.
So, Tess Sawyer, we've got to thank our girl, Mercer Black, because for some reason, from all the technical difficulties we've had going on today, just keep telling me a little bit about Spirit Dress.
Yeah, Mercer Black started Spirit Dress. It's the game day wear that you see on all of the ladies at the stadiums. It's not just University of Texas, it's all college schools, and you're going to see her shirts, her dresses galore coming up in just a couple weeks. So and visit spiritdress.com if you want to check it out. And like I said, it's high school, college, all colors. So
it's not exclusive to Texas Longhorns.
That's right.
Mercer.
But you can definitely buy burnt orange should you want to buy it.
That's right.
Just FYI.
And use the promo code MANCAVE to get a discount.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Do you have big and tall for men?
Oh, it's only women.
So when are you starting the men line?
We will ask her that question.
We need to ask
We'll
her
ask her that question.
So, speaking of questions, I want to ask you first.
Yeah.
Should we bring it up first? I think we should.
Oh.
He calls it.
All right, Tess.
Yeah.
Tess Sawyer, what's your number one concern about this Longhorn football team going into this season?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Okay. My number one concern is I don't want to be sitting in DKR on game 2 or 3 going because that's how I felt last year. I felt like, unfortunately, our team was given the hype. We were ranked number 1, which is a death wish. Arch Manning Heisman favorite, death wish number 2, just because he's a Manning. And so we went in with, a big target on our backs. And it didn't matter how good we did. You can't win.
So the good thing is all the even if we didn't have the technical difficulties at the beginning of the show, you notice we didn't do any rankings. I don't believe in preseason rankings. All they are is just for you and I, everyone to talk about. By the way, scan the QR code in the upper right in case you just now noticed that. Stevie, we've always got questions for the First Lady of the Man Cave. What's your question?
Well, she kind of answered it. How you gonna feel? So what is your
surprise player, right?
Yeah, your surprise player of the season. Like,
Okay.
who's your breakout player you think?
So I have a really good answer to this question, and I'm going to flip it on its head. And it's not a player. It's a side of the field, and it's the offense, baby. That is the surprise player. Because you know what? They surprised the heck out of us last year because we thought something else was going to happen. Guess what? You will feel different this year.
Wow.
You will feel different this year.
Wow. 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 Tess Sawyer? Hell of a job. So, is that Mike Davis? Is that Johnny Walker?
This is our ranking at the end of the season.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Stand up. We got to see it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure y'all see this. Right here, baby. Right here, baby. Right here, baby.
She said her jersey represents the ranking that Texas will be at the end of the year.
That's right.
That's ballsy.
I like it.
I called it.
She did call it. She did call it.
He calls it.
Hey, much appreciation to Tech.
He calls it.
You can see her a little bit more often in the football season. We'll do 2 episodes a week. They're about 15, 20 minutes long. Stephen, we made it to the end of our segment.
Yep.
Segment 1. That's shocking.
Real
Shocking
fast.
we've gone through it. How about, I want to tell y'all something. So all the wonderful social media that you guys see on Texas football, digital and social media, you impressed with it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So Derek Ochoa is the director of digital media for UT football. And he and his team have done a phenomenal job for as long as I can remember. We met in 2018 while covering Texas football back in my media days. I have a feature on Derek, or a podcast episode on episode 534. You can check that out on our YouTube page and on our Facebook page as well. Derek Ochoa, phenomenal work that the UT football social media and digital media assets team really does. All right, Stevie, we got a door prize. So, which one? Norman Watkins just announced he's going to a concert at the W Hotel. I didn't know they had a concert. All right, for the first copy, we're drawing names from the big crowd here at the Boulevard Bar and Grill. A copy of
Raising Coal,
written by his dad, Mark Pittman. There's about to be a movie produced about that very soon. Cole Pittman played with you at Shreveport Evangel, and he was on his way back to Austin in 2001 to report for spring football. He was involved in a one-car accident on Highway 79 and unfortunately lost his life. And that's why we all show up for the golf tournament every year in June.
100%.
To raise money for scholarships and keep his memory alive.
100%.
And we will have Mark Pittman on soon to talk about the movie. So, Stevie, go look at the names for a copy of Raising Coal. Let's go.
Pick a good one. Bobby
Burton.
Bobby Burton? Yeah.
Bobby Burton from Long Texas football. He's a VIP alumni of this podcast, too. He does a hell of a job. He's C.J. Vogel's dad. Ask him if he has a copy of Raising Coal already. That is phenomenal. That is absolutely hilarious how this world works. Hey, speaking of Mercer Black, let's take a break. In segment 2, we're going to talk about the Aggies, the Sooners, and other Texas college football.
100%.
We'll see you on the other side of this break. Now that got me fired up for college football game day in the great state of Texas. And to each of you ladies who are college football fanatics and you're starting to prepare your game day fit, I've got the solution for you. It's simple. Visit spiritdress.com. Our friend Mercer Black at Spirit Dress, she has you covered. Check out all these options on her website, spiritdress.com. And when you're ready to purchase, be sure to use that promo code MANCAVE for a discount. College football game day and Spirit Dress, that's an ideal combination.
This is Jim Saxton with Jim Saxton State Farm. Welcome back to Kicking Things Off. Hook 'em.
I just pissed off half the bar.
For real? Why would you put that in there?
Well, Texas A&M because they're in Texas. They're in the SEC.
Put the dog up or something.
Put the dog up. You want to see it again?
No, not at all.
I think Stevie has a craving that he didn't understand what they were saying.
they saying?
Have no clue.
Saw varsity's horns up.
Oh. Okay. That's animal cruelty. Peter should get on to that.
So let's give Texas A&M the roses.
Yeah.
Let's give their roses. They made the playoffs. Texas did.
Okay.
Texas beat A&M.
Head to head.
All right. And they also played Miami.
We did not only beat them, we broke their winning streak.
True. They were undefeated.
They were undefeated when they came into DKR last year.
They did. And Texas is 6-1 against A&M at Kyle Field, I think.
Yeah.
Since the 21st century.
It's been nearly 6,000 days since
A&M
beat
Texas. Yeah. So tell me a little more about A&M. Seriously. I want you to talk. Look at your rundown.
Okay.
You saw that they lost to Miami 10-3.
Yeah.
A&M has a good defense. Do you believe Marcel Reed, this is a Heisman campaign for him in year 3?
Nah. I don't. So they melted down.
Take your Texas
take
bias
my
out.
bias out. All right. But from what I saw at the end of the season, they melted down. They did everything right in the beginning of the season, went undefeated, and then all of a sudden they lost their wind. Right. So
right.
I don't have any faith in them right now because of the product that they put out last. They lost to us, and then they lost to Miami. Right.
10-3 in a playoff game at home.
At home in the playoff game. So I don't have any faith in them right now that they're going to turn it around.
I'm taking the fan piece out of this.
Okay.
I think A&M returns to the playoffs.
Okay. All right.
I do.
All right.
I'm just.
We're going to come back to this clip, though, okay?
We will.
Yeah.
I didn't say who they would beat.
Well, they got to beat us. They got to go through us.
You can lose 2. No, they don't.
Yeah, that's true.
They can lose 2 games and still get in.
That's true. But I don't see that they are getting any better. But they've gotten any better.
Man, I disagree.
Okay.
I think Elko is recruited well.
Okay.
He's a developer. He's not a big. We're going to get all these 5 stars.
But the last 5 years they've been saying that.
To an extent, and recruits and leaving. Clint Small, the legend. See you, brother. Let's go, Kickoff Frogs. The father of Ed Small, the receiver at TCU. We're about to talk to him. I'll just say this. I think A&M, they'll win 10 games.
10 games?
Yeah.
Okay. And you think making the playoffs?
Of course they will. 10 games.
Okay. All right.
Good. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You will be.
You got to have balls. You got to have balls and go on a limb and not have burnt orange glasses all the time.
Right.
So let's switch gears to OU.
Yeah.
You feel differently about them?
Now, OU, they will be better than they were last year.
And they went to the playoffs.
But still, just getting over that hump, you know, it's going to be difficult. They have an easier road to the playoffs this year.
I love Joe Cook.
Yeah. With their schedule this year. But, I mean, we'll wait and see. I think we'll know more after that Saturday in Dallas.
Oh, that's always the biggest game.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
However, I disagree with you about their schedule. I think OU has a tremendously hard schedule.
Harder than Texas.
Well, here's the thing. I think Texas right now, if you look at preseason teams, they have seven opponents on their schedule who are in the top 25. We all know the preseason polls mean absolutely nothing.
Right.
That doesn't mean Texas doesn't have a hard schedule. I'm just saying I don't think that many teams are going to be ranked in their schedule by the end of the season. OU, Brent Venables, he's brought that nasty back, especially defense. I think Mateer is the most jacked up, rocked up quarterback. Whatever he's done in the offseason, he's had a lot of creatine or something. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're going to win more.
Yeah.
However, when you look at OU's schedule, They go at Michigan.
Uh-huh.
They go at Georgia.
Uh-huh.
At Missouri. So does Texas.
Yeah, I'm not hearing a harder schedule than Texas.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just as difficult if you're going to judge them.
Not just as, because we got to go to Rocky Top.
Okay.
Tennessee.
OU's won there.
Okay, but we also got to go to LSU.
Yep.
And then we got Ohio State at home.
Yep.
You know, and then we got to go to Missouri. That's going to be that sneaky team in the SEC this year.
Missouri is. Columbia's harder than
it's hard to play there.
Baton Rouge is awful.
Baton Rouge is really hard to play.
Extremely difficult.
Yeah.
So when asked, I want you to listen to a soundbite from one of the Sooners at SEC Media Days. This is one of the things that I hate about when I used to cover Big 12 Media Days. There's a lot of surface level questions, but this question needed to be asked. But you know the players are coached what to say.
Yeah.
But tell me if you think this is really what he feels, seeing that you are a former player.
It's not a sense of urgency. They're just one of the games that we play this week. They're no different than any other opponent. They are very, very talented. They're very, very well coached. That's what we look forward to. We don't look forward to a logo. We don't look forward to who we're playing. We look forward to our next opportunity, and we look for competition. And we want to play the best because we want to be the best, and that's what we care about.
I don't buy it. He just basically said they're just another opponent. They're a great opponent. Their coach is great. We love playing the best.
Yeah, but we're circled on this calendar for sure.
Hey, let's talk more SEC with our guy, one of the OG Man Cave boys, Hardball Hard. All right, the pride of Killeen, Texas. I'm so predictable to him because he knows what I'm about to do. If you know anything about Killeen in the Waco Temple area, you know the area code 254.
That's right.
Did I get it right again?
You did. You didn't say 4, like they say. Don't put the hard ER on there. But you was good.
Well, what Stevie and I talked about, we also know that you have a wealth of knowledge about the SEC. And what other better way to start than who do you think has the best path out of the SEC that maybe people aren't giving enough credit to this season in the preseason hype?
The University of Texas, I mean, you look at the preseason polls and you'll say, oh, well, wait, Texas plays 7 of the top 25 teams in this preseason poll. But you all know as well as I do, when you look at the preseason polls, they change so rapidly. Right. You start looking at it and you're like, okay, how is this team ranked at this point and this team ranked at this point, and how are we going to make this work? Well, it changes along the way. But if I had to look at one team and thought that they had a chance, and I might puke a little bit as I say this, I think Oklahoma's path is one of those paths that you look at, and they got Michigan, right? But obviously they got Texas in at the Red River shootout, I call it. I don't call it the rivalry, the shootout. But other than that, who else is on that schedule that makes you feel worried about anything if you're an Oklahoma fan?
All right, we love Hardball Hards. We love him. He has good insight. Rachel Ellsbury in the house. I am very impressed with this crowd.
It's a great crowd.
Very impressed with this. I wish people could hear more, but let's talk about the Longhorns and Aggies and Sooners former conference, the Big 12. It's still a good conference. Still a great conference. I want to go ahead and bring it up. The Eric Morris era. What he did at North Texas, the former Texas Tech receiver, what he did at North Texas, and taking the quarterback from Vandegrift High School, Drew Messemeyer, who was essentially a walk-on, turned him into a starting quarterback who set all these records.
Yeah.
So he pretty much takes, now I'm exaggerating a little bit, takes all of those great players from North Texas to Stillwater, 50-plus transfer portal guys. This is a new era.
It's a new era.
The Mike Gundy era ended badly.
Badly.
They got rid of him in the middle of the season. Did you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming because he was so loyal to that university. And in the end, they weren't loyal to him. Didn't let him finish out the season. But it's kind of cutthroat in college football right now. If you don't win, you're out of there.
We got NIL, the portal.
Yeah.
The thing with Gundy, and I am a huge fan of Mike Gundy. I covered him for 6 football seasons when I was up in Oklahoma City. Love Coach Gundy. Same feelings for his brother Cal, who was a running backs coach at Oklahoma. The thing with I think with Mike Gundy, he just didn't adapt to NIL, the portal.
Yeah.
I mean, can you blame him? You can't blame him. But in order to succeed, you have to
adapt or die.
Adapt or die. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think the OSU Cowboys not only contend for a bowl bid, they're going to contend for postseason in the CFP.
Out of the Big 12?
Out of the Big 12.
Okay. All right.
I think they.
So everyone, and this is kind of leading into our next topic. So everybody is pushing Texas Tech out.
No.
And now.
No.
Okay.
I think Texas Tech could potentially. I mean, the Big 12 could have 2.
Okay.
Perhaps, maybe. That Big 12 championship game's everything.
It is.
So, Brennan Sorsby. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the record. We all know the story. We went through it ad nauseum. Listen, why didn't the Big 12 go after Cincinnati?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a miss on that one.
So that was all found during his time at Cincinnati. He transfers from Cincinnati to Texas Tech. I'm going to defend Tech right here. They got the black eye, all the bruises. But the kid never played for them. He transferred to them.
Yeah.
All the accusations, and they treated him like he was a murderer.
Well,
you don't gamble. I'm not
exactly, Sean. I mean, you're gambling on games that you played in, right?
Right.
So that's a huge no-no.
What he did, you cannot do that.
Correct.
I'm not defending him in that aspect. I'm just saying Cincinnati got off confident. And they're also a Big 12 school.
Yeah. And it's just they almost got off. Texas Tech almost got off clean, unscathed until everyone else started rumbling about it. Right?
Well, they got a guy, Cody.
You
got to admit what he's done for them is phenomenal.
It is.
And financially.
Yeah.
They're part of the picture. They have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And Lubbock is a good place to play in college football if you're Tech.
Yes.
Not if you're a visitor.
Yeah. 100%.
100%. So their their quarterback, Will Hammond from Hutto, Texas. Hutto has traditionally produced.
Well, he's not their backup.
No,
he's their starter.
He played last year.
Originally their backup.
But he also played. He had a major knee injury.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL.
Some people
he's
think
he's going to be ready to play. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, some people think that he's getting pushed back too fast. So, because Texas Tech doesn't have a quarterback now.
Well, our guy Corey Mose at the Channel of Champions, KView, drove up to Lubbock. Corey Mose, many props for that. What's going on, Pete? Lots of familiar faces. Come on up to the Boulevard. They have great burgers. You have a meatball sandwich and a side, $13. But Will Hammond is now the quarterback starter this year, regardless of public opinion. Corey Mose from KView asked him about that, and this is what Will Hammond had to say.
I think at the end of the day, it's all up to the training staff to see how they're viewing me. But my mentality is always going to be to play in every single game, regardless of the competition. And so, my body's prepared for week 1 at this point, and we haven't even started camp yet. So now it's just all right, hone in on little details and make sure I'm feeling really good going into that game. And then also the longevity aspect of okay, do I want to wear a brace? How do I want to approach a third and fourth quarter of a game? Things like that, because we want to go play in 16 games this year.
Stevie Lee, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
So he basically says
I've been clear. You got to trust the medical staff. They're not going to. Okay, I mean, all right, and he's a running quarterback.
Yes.
Right, so he may be cleared, and I hope the kid is cleared. I hope that he's healthy and everything, but there's a difference between being cleared from a pocket quarterback and being cleared with a running quarterback.
Well, they're gonna. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
I don't know.
I hear you.
I trust
we
the
don't
Texas
know.
Tech medical staff, and I wish the best for Will Hammond because I watched him play at Hutto. He was phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the Big 12. TCU Horned Frogs 9-4 last year with Sonny Dykes, and then defeated USC in the Alamo Bowl. Great season for them. Dave Aranda on the hot seat as Baylor head coach. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree for sure. What did they end up at last year?
5-7.
5-7. Definitely on the hot seat. He probably should have been fired last year.
All right, well, let's talk to both the Horned Frogs and the Baylor Bears, beginning with the Horned Frogs. This is what they do. Ribbit.
Can't do it.
Ribbit. Looks like you have arthritic fingers when you do that. That's supposed to be a Horned Frog. We're talking to our guy, the AISD's all-time leading receiver in yards, B. Ed Small.
Hoover rolling out, throws for the end zone, diving, waiting for a single, yes, touchdown TCU, Ed Small. That was career touchdown for the freshman.
Ed Small, it seems like 10 years ago, it was one of the first games of last season, and you always remember your first and everything. Do you still remember that, or do you just move on and say, look, I've got bigger things to accomplish?
No, I remember it. I remember not thinking I was getting the ball because the whole week, walkthroughs, the red zone, goal line play, and like I was getting some playing time, not a lot. I didn't know if I was even going to be in there, but my route was kind of just a clear out route for the flat. Yeah. And then I got to the actual game, and they were telling me before, it's like in walkthroughs, the guy who doesn't get the ball pretty much always gets the ball in the game. And so all I remember is breaking off the guy and being like, oh, I'm open. And then I just see the ball in the air, and I was like, got to go get it. So, yeah, it was awesome.
You get to go over to Dublin, Ireland to play North Carolina. What are you looking forward to the most about that outside of the cultural exchange?
I think just the whole experience is going to be awesome. We're going on Wednesday before, so we get, I guess, I don't know how it's going to work with the time change, so I guess we would go in the morning. I don't really know. But we're going to practice, but it's going to be fun. I think they're going to we have like some team activities we're going to go around, and it's also cool for my family and some friends because I know my mom's planned a whole trip for a bunch of people. Like I have cousins going too. So just being able to play in a different country, I mean, it's awesome, especially when it's the only game on TV and everyone's going to be watching to kick off the season.
David Aranda, all of a sudden, he's more visible.
Start popping on social media.
And I'm like, what? Did he go?
He started posting.
Did he take an IG class in the spring?
He did. He started vlogging. We doing we had the Big 12 Media Day out with the fans. I was like, okay, coach, I see you. I think it's a whole new team now. They have a lot of cool new pieces on the board. I'm excited receiver-wise to see my boy Jaden Porter, Luke B, all those guys kind of step up into that role and just go out and do what I know they're capable of doing for sure. So, like I said, I'm excited about DJ. I've been hearing a lot of cool stuff about him and just how hard he's working, the team chemistry that he's building up there. And so I actually saw like a poll where they had him like last for the upcoming Big 12 QB. So there's just all these chips that are just getting thrown at us and just kind of you got to carry type deal. And so just different guys I've been saying that there's a fire, and just talking to the coaching staff, they said the culture there is like probably the best culture it's been in the last couple of years. So.
All right. Josh Cameron, he's now a rookie receiver.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, you know who's on deck, and I love seeing him, and that is Matt Stepp from Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. We're going to speed up the pace for this to close out this college segment.
because I always love what Matt has to say. He's going to talk about those northern suburbs of the Austin area and our high school football scene.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Houston Cougars real quick. Willie Fritz, wherever he goes, he succeeds and wins championships. They won 10 games last year. You see the Cougars contending in the Big 12.
I do. I actually do. I think they're on an upward trajectory. It's going to be fun to see how Houston does. I've always been a fan of Houston.
Yeah.
I think Houston was where I recorded my first sack when I was playing football.
That was a long time ago.
Long time ago when we were playing Houston at Houston. But I always liked them. I always liked it. Them doing well. And now in the Big 12, it's gonna be fun.
Hey, I want to pull this graphic up. Matt Stepp's going to laugh at me. Everyone's going to laugh at me, and we've got a sarcastic remark for Tess Sawyer while she's here. So we decided to all pick our CFP Final Four and the national champion and who we think this year's Indiana might be, meaning not necessarily win a championship, but make a run in the CFP. I may just embarrass myself with this.
It's terrible.
Hey, Tess Sawyer. No. Tess Sawyer. She picked South Carolina as this. She loves the Cops.
A team like Indiana, sure is no team like Indiana. So when in doubt, always go with Tom.
100%.
Wow.
There you go. I like it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's why we love Tess Sawyer. So tell me why you picked who you did.
Who did I pick?
You don't know who you picked?
Yes, I do. LSU being the Indiana.
Okay.
I got Texas.
Okay.
As national champions.
Okay.
I like Notre Dame and Oregon in the at the Final Four. Texas, obviously, and LSU.
So hate on me all you want. I picked Texas and A&M in the CFP Final Four with Notre Dame and Oregon. And I think Oklahoma State with those 50 new faces, 50 plus, I think they could be the surprise.
Oklahoma State?
Yep.
So they're not new faces. We've seen them.
They are new.
At Oklahoma State, they all played together at North Texas.
But they didn't make a run in CFP.
Exactly.
They will now.
The same team, just moved, put different uniforms on. That's all.
Oh,
the same team put different uniforms on.
Oh, you're wearing me thin. Hey, Texas State and UTSA, they both won 3 consecutive bowl games. But our guy, Jeff Traylor, has done a phenomenal job, and he's trying to get used to that, how can I say it, the NIL and everything like that, and learning the portal. Let's hear from our guy, Jeff Traylor first, and then we'll talk Texas State football. Am I over-exaggerating the fact that this may be possibly one of your better defenses? And I know we won't know until you hit the field when the season is kicked off.
I like them. We lost a lot of really good players that went to, the Big 12. We'll see if they play or if they just got paid a lot of money to be backups. That'll be interesting to see. One went to the SEC. I think he'll be a player the moment he gets there. But it'll be interesting to see. So we had to turn everything over on defense. But the guys we brought in, we feel really good about. They're really good people. They've played a lot of ball. They're older. They show up every day. They've had great attitudes. But we'll see. We still got to put on the game pants and the game jersey and go play in the game. But so far, they've passed every test to that point.
And do you like kicking off the season, not kicking off the season, but early game against Texas because of the regionality of it, and also because, when you play one of the better teams in the country, the competition level for the players, they usually step up to situations like that.
The first time we played him, we got after him good, and he got me late. But the last time he got after me pretty good. I think he put that one away pretty quickly. He was just nice to me, to be honest. He's really got that place going. We've had the unfortunate every time we play, him or A&M, they're rolling. And the last time I got in, they were rolling. And then I got A&M last year, and they're rolling. And I'm afraid I've got Sark again when he's rolling. He's got an unbelievable squad. We don't know how. When Arch got loose on us the last time, our fastest player couldn't catch him. And that was a bad feeling. And the receiver he got, out of Auburn, I don't know how we'll ever touch that kid. So we'll get after him and play the best we can. But obviously going to the University of Texas, I'd love for, one of those guys to come down here and play in the Alamo one time. I really think that'd be really cool if I could ever talk somebody into doing that.
Chef Truther, appreciate you, brother. And this is best of luck to you guys. It's going to be fun to watch you guys, especially when the American Conference kicks off. And man, you're now a 4-time Man Cave VIP alumni. Is that anywhere on your resume?
Well, it's going to be now that you pointed it out to me. But I expect like a free dinner at some really nice steak place in San Antonio with like a plaque that says that on there. I think that'd be a really cool experience.
They're keeping the branding. Pac-12, the new version, still includes Oregon State and Washington State, and now Texas State and the revamped version. What's your thoughts? Because I can't see through the eyes of athletic administrators, but for you who covers the game on a national scene, how big is this to the brand at Texas State?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. I think, you go back just the last few years and change in leadership with Texas State from the top down, from the president through AD, and then obviously with G.J. Kinney and what he's done in his first couple seasons at Texas State. I think it's a really big deal. My old head coach, David Bailiff, is back there. I don't even actually know his official title, but I just kind of think of him as the Minister of Culture for Texas State. He is to Texas State what McConaughey is for Texas. But it's a big deal. The couple times that I've been down there, you can feel kind of the juice back in the building. And I shouldn't even say back, or really for the first time, maybe ever, that Texas State has this momentum behind them. I know the Pac-12, it's not what it used to be. It doesn't have the Oregons and the USCs of the world still in the league, but you still have some brands that everybody knows. Washington State and Oregon State are still programs that people are very familiar with. And the pieces that they brought over, San Diego State, a Boise State, there's some really quality teams and programs that have joined the league. For Texas State to have advanced from, thinking back to Division II to where they're at now, they've come a long way in a relatively short period of time.
You mentioned G.J. Kinney, the synergy between G.J., the AD, the new president. They're very visible. What is it that gives you confidence that not only could they win a 4th straight bowl game, but actually compete for a Pac-12 championship?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. Number one, G.J. Kinney's a phenomenal coach, and they've built their program the right way. I think last year, they would even probably tell you that they took a little bit of a step backwards on defense. I think they'll be better this year on that side of the ball than they were a year ago. G.J.'s any program that he's in charge of, they're going to score points, and I think that'll be the case again for Texas State. I think the piece that you're seeing get a little better every year for Texas State, and what I think will continue is the NIL support from the fan base. Having the ability, it doesn't really matter what conference you're in, you've got to be able to go raise this money and go attract top talent. Nobody knows it better than the Texas Longhorns, but Texas State, you're not trying to compete with Texas in terms of recruiting, but it doesn't matter really where you're at. Even if you're at a Group of 5 program, you've got to be able to recruit. And you have to be able to fundraise for that. And I think that's where GJ has really been a shot in the arm for that program. And they've got some good momentum. Their ability to go out and fundraise and recruit is light years ahead of where it was even just a couple years ago.
All right, Stevie Lee, Tanner McCarg, he joined us last year in person. But, hey, big congratulations to him and his wife. baby number 3, just born. I believe it was August 3rd. So they are very busy here in Austin. Congratulations to the McCarg family. And I don't know why this continues to happen. These boxes that we keep putting in here keep shifting every time we go to video. All right. I'm sure you and our guest on deck, Matt Stepp, is going to roll their eyes when I do this. I got to give a shout out to my alma mater. Stephen F. Austin, Colby Carthel, who loves to eat a lot, he knows where all the good eats. You know, there was a point in the season, Colby Carthel, Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks won 10 straight games last year. Advanced all the way to the lower Division I FCS national quarterfinals. I'm not biased at all, but a
little bit, shirt.
But you have to give credit when it's due. But they're recruiting well, developing players, and there is one Austin Bowie Bulldog who is very excited about being an SFA Lumberjack.
This was another team in the way, and we're ready for the next. Get you some of that right there. We got another one on Thursday. It feels great. It feels great. Get some more. Let's go. We're champions.
Ross, back to you.
All right, Coach Carthel and Stephen F. Austin, and we got one of the future SFA Lumberjacks right here in the Austin area, Marrel Hinton. He's an edge defensive end for Jeff Abel's Bowie Bulldogs. Marrel, welcome to the Man Cave. I know you're fired up about becoming a Lumberjack, man. Tell me what sold you on committing so early to SFA.
Honestly, everything. I mean, my defensive line coach actually played under the defensive coordinator there.
Okay.
So he played at West Texas A&M, great D-line, and he actually recruited him when he was playing. So it was a big experience for me, and I got to meet him.
Tell me about this Bowie Bulldog team, man. You know, Bowie's every year one of the better teams in Central Texas. You've got a legend in a coach, Jeff Abels, and it's like a family of a coaching staff. Tell me what we should expect from you and the Bulldogs this season.
I think for me, you're going to see me get after that quarterback a whole bunch more. Some packages here that I don't think these teams are going to be able to pick up on. We consistently see the rankings come up. They say that we're going to be below drip, but I think you turn on that game film, hopefully people come out. But I think that's going to be a big game. I think we're going to go 10-0 in district, and then absolutely, I think we're winning the district for sure.
I love it.
Don't think anyone's going to be able to stop us. Electric, 100%. We've been in the lab all summer.
Stevie, yeah, a good kid. I don't know if anyone will ever go undefeated in that district, but Marrel and Jeff Abels and his Bowie Bulldogs, they've got some studs, you know, and I like this district that they're in. I also like Marrel. I can't wait to go see him play, man. He has a motor that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And by the way, last time we were in the Boulevard, this is what was going on. Stephen F. Austin football watch party right here. Look at all those beautiful people.
I'm sure you organized that.
I may have had something to do with that. I want to bring in our guy. I know he was designated for the high school football scene, but we want to close out this scene with our guy, Matt Stepp from Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. How are you doing, brother?
Fellas, how's it going? Looks like I'm having a good time out there.
Hey, I hate making you wait like this.
Oh, it's all right. Not a problem at all. Not a problem. You know, when you're doing a live show and you're on location, anything can happen.
The thing I love to do for Matt Stepp, I hate to do this to you, Stepp, but the audio in here is so bad. I mean, we can barely hear you. But one thing we love doing, we love promoting Dave Campbell's Texas football. Tell me a little bit about, tell the people how they can get in, because here's the graphic right here as we promote your platform and
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, so if you go to texasfootball.com/subscribe, you can get, we'll mail you a magazine. We will mail you a magazine in the fall, our recruiting magazine by recruiting expert Greg Powers. So if you're a recruit, Nick, love to follow all the recruits. We send out a recruiting magazine as well. Also, with our subscription, you get access to all of our premium content, a lot of insider-only articles, subscription articles that take place, along with access to our streaming platform. So not only do we stream a ton of high school football games, but we stream volleyball, water polo, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer, baseball, softball, you name it. We stream it all year round, so you can watch a lot of games on our streaming platform as well. So, I think it's a pretty good deal, and the magazine is the centerpiece of the subscription, but there's a lot of great online content as well for us.
Matt Stepp, I don't know if anyone works harder than you, but I will say collectively your team and Dave Campbell's Texas football, not only are they fun to follow, you guys bust your tail and you get all the great stories. I just want to make sure everyone knows that over there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, example of that was we secured to be able to live stream Landon Williams-Callis's commitment on Tuesday. Coach Randall reached out to me, asked if we wanted to stream the commitment. We put together a team to go from the DFW area down to Houston on a couple of days' notice. Went down there to Landon's ceremony, streamed it on YouTube. It was a huge success. And Landon Williams-Callis chose the Texas Longhorns to play his college football. So that's a big get for Coach Sark, in my opinion, the best running back in the state of Texas.
Running back from Randall.
Yeah.
Stevie agrees.
Yep.
I mean, listen, when your nickname is Black Jesus, you're special. And he's special. He's special. His grandmother hates it. His grandmother, I talked to his grandma. No, she's a very religious woman, and she does not like the nickname, but it has stuck.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, and one thing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, that's terrible. We got to get a new name.
She hates it, but I'll say this: he's special. He is a special football player.
It was well orchestrated.
Yeah, it's well, but he's special. He's fun to watch, and I'm glad we get to watch him for one more year in high school before he goes and puts on the burnt orange.
I do too. Hey, Matt, one thing we've always focused on, where there's a lot more volume of good high school football coaches and just good teams in general. But it just dawned on me 2 weeks ago, and that's on me. I'm holding myself accountable for not asking you ever about this. Between Pflugerville, Liberty Hill, the Leander ISD, Round Rock ISD, and Georgetown ISD, and if you really want to go farther north, Gerald and Salado now with that brand new football stadium, are there 2 or 3 stories that we should be looking at from those districts combined?
I'd say for Leander ISD, most of their schools are now in 6A, and I think the biggest thing to watch at UIL realignment was the movement of Leander ISD and Hutto, that district, moving over from Region 4 into Region 3, 24 6A. So that means all of their playoff games are going to be against Houston area schools. So I think that playoff path for District 24 and Leander ISD specifically is going to be very difficult. I think Vandergrift is going to be a team that's in the mix. They obviously won a state championship 2 years ago, were a state semifinalist last year. But if they're going to get back to the state semifinals, they're going to have to go through the team that beat them in C.E. King out of Houston, who beat them last year over there at Baylor Stadium. And C.E. King brings a ton of guys back. They've got the fastest kid in the country in wide receiver Dylan Mitchell, who runs a sub-10 100, 2-time state champion as a freshman and sophomore in the 100 meters at state level. He's unbelievable. And C.E. King kind of put it on Vandergrift last year. And they bring a ton of guys back, so that's going to be a tough path. But, Cedar Park moving up to 6A as well. Coach Quintero does a great job there. That rivalry between Cedar Park and Vandergrift is now going to be a district ball game. But if they get to the playoffs, everything's going to be east on 290 going into the Houston area, all their opponents.
Steph, I love it. You just – see, this is what I'm talking about. He covers the entire
state of Texas, from Dalhart to Brownsville, El Paso to West Sabine, and you could sit down with Matt and just bring up topics, and he got all the nuggets. And that's why I love these. I wish you and I had more, because do you like these?
I like Dr. Pepper. I don't drink, but I do like a good Dr. Pepper, a nice cold Dr. Pepper.
We will have Dr. Pepper.
I'll tell you, I want one more thing before I let you go. One more thing to keep an eye on. Georgetown Eastview. They're going to be sneaky good on defense. They got a kid that transferred in from Nacogdoches. Defensive lineman Caden Burton was a sophomore, first team all district, a legit Division I prospect, moved in to Eastview from Nacogdoches. I know you're familiar with the Nacogdoches area, Sean. Keep an eye on Caden Burton, the new defensive lineman there at Eastview. I had the head coach at Mount Pleasant told me he was the best defensive lineman in that East Texas district as a sophomore. He is a player.
He's absolutely right. Any of those kids from that Piney Woods area, they are born into knowing how to play football, and it's just part of the genes. It's the upbringing. Stepp, hey, between Danny Davis and we probably owe you at least a half a dozen dinners.
Well, I need to get to. I tell Danny all the time, I don't get to Austin very much just because they don't have a lot of Saturday games in Austin for obvious reasons, and I do have a day job. This is not my full-time job, so it can be tough for me to travel on Thursdays and Fridays. I kind of have about a 2-hour radius from my job, which is near DFW Airport. So Austin's a little outside of that radius, and depending on traffic, it might take me 4 hours to get there instead of 2.5. So it just kind of depends. So it's a little outside my radius, but I'll see the Austin teams in the playoffs. I always get to see the Austin teams come playoff time.
Hey, you do. We love looking forward to it. Next time, hey, we're gonna make a pact when we go to DFW. We're gonna schedule that. We're taking Stepper to lunch. Let's do it.
I love it. I'll never turn down a free lunch.
Enjoy the rest of your August vacation if you have any left.
Going to Jamaica in about a week and a half, so looking forward to it.
That's good. Jamaica man. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, submit those tips to me. Brother, have a good one. Enjoy and have a safe rest of your summer.
All right.
And when we come back, we're talking ATX high school football. We've got one of the best receivers in the country in the house right now. We'll see you on the other side of this break. All right.
The Saxton name resonates in Austin. Jim's late father, James Saxton, is a Longhorn legend, a Heisman finalist while playing for Darrell K. Royal. And Jimmy is a UT football legacy from Westlake. He has been insuring Austin for decades. He and his staff will give you old school hospitality when servicing your insurance needs.
Here at Hargrove Roofing, we try to think outside the box to kind of get the creative juices flowing. So I brought in my friend Stevie Lee, former defensive tackle for the Texas Longhorns. He's going to help the team strategize, really motivate them, light a fire.
This guy's going to block down. This guy's going to block down. You put your butt into the guard, and that way my Mike linebacker gets free to do what?
Not only are they going to learn a thing or two, but they're going to also leave with a great attitude and a bunch of smiles on their faces.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with roofing exactly?
Get out.
Right now.
I said get out.
For me, that's what it's all about. It's just having fun, making our employees have a great time. Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof.
Hey, this is Coach with Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof. Welcome back to Kicking Things Off. Let's get ready for some football, baby.
Chasing perfection. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. And we know we're never going to reach it. We're going to try to get better every single day, just like everybody else is, where everyone's excited this time of year, and it's time to go.
Hey, we know we love getting close in here. This is like a sardine can, but that was Jason Cecil, the head coach of the Austin Maroons. That was what all coaches say right before camp starts. Hey, we're undefeated right now. We're looking to get better. We're not going to be perfect because no one is. And we can't cut his face like that. You know. I'm here.
I'm here.
So
we're going to start this high school soon. We had Matt Stepp talking about the great northern suburbs that has become the great northern suburbs of Austin. That includes Georgetown, Gerald, Hutto, Round Rock, great football programs, and of course now Pflugerville.
Yes, sir.
I'm just blown away by the amount of talent when you look at Pflugerville High, Conley, and now Weiss, which is a very youthful school.
Yes, sir.
But you guys, first of all, this is Trey Moore.
Yes, sir.
This is his father, Eric Moore. Say hi. Pastor Moore. Called him Pastor Moore. And don't hold it against him. He's a former quarterback of the Oklahoma Sooners. And Steve, yeah. And go to Summit Worship Center.
Yeah.
You will feel much better about yourself if you go to a service. But this guy right here, and I want Stevie to take this over. I have too many things to say. First of all, this is Trey Moore, Eric's son. In my opinion, arguably the best receiver in the country.
No question.
Trey Moore committed to the University of Washington. Stevie, you've known the Moore family closer. I mean, we go back. We go way back. And I'm proud of you, and I have a lot to say, but I want to give Stevie his flowers for doing this, because this is the relationship purposes.
Trey, man, I appreciate you coming out.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you doing this. I had a couple questions, man. I know, our friend Mike Adams, we have him on all the time. He just walked in here. He's now your coach.
Yes, sir.
He's now your receivers coach. How do you feel about having someone like him? Where is he? He's around here somewhere.
Yeah, back.
Mike Adams. He's having someone like that you pull knowledge from like that. How does that feel? What's happening in practice nowadays?
In practice, any questions that I had, I can just ask him, because I know he's done it before. He knows the right answers. He knows what needs to be done. So it's just a good person to lean on and get guidance from.
Yeah. And so how long has he been there yet?
I think like 2 weeks, probably.
2 weeks?
A
Yeah,
week.
so you'll get a lot more from him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, coming up this season. My question also for you and Weiss.
Yes, sir.
Y'all did really well. Y'all went, semifinals?
Yeah, we went to
Last
third
year?
round, I believe, last year. Yes, sir.
Third round. What is the goal for this season for you guys?
State.
State.
Yes, sir.
Go to state?
No, state.
Or win state?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Jerrysboro.
there's
Yes,
the
sir.
difference. You go to state.
Win state.
Okay, win state.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
good. Good deal. Good deal. I also wanted to talk about your recruiting process.
Uh-huh.
So it was really contentious, right?
Yep.
You were all over the country. I tried to get a hold of your dad, and he's somewhere in the country, not at home, but he's out there with you, and that's great. I was happy that y'all got to experience that as a family. When we were being recruited, when your dad was being recruited, we couldn't take our families on those trips.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to see you with your mom and your dad on all those trips and things like that. But you really took it serious.
Yes, sir.
About trying to figure out what school you want to go to. Tell me a little bit about why UW in Seattle.
Like I always say, my relationship with Coach Fish and Coach KC, we had a great relationship. Since I was a sophomore, they've been trying to get me. And, I know they know the formula of how to put big guys like myself in the league. They had T-Mac at Arizona, then they just had Denzel. And even more off-the-field stuff, it's just great people there over there. It's good people that it's lifelong friends, not just football. It's more than football. It's life for them.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a great answer. That's the answer that I didn't want to hear. I wanted you to be a Longhorn. I think we fumbled the ball on that one. But we'll get into that later. But I really wanted you to be a Longhorn. But I'm so happy that you are happy.
Yes, sir.
And now you made me a fan. What is it? Go Dogs?
Yes, sir.
Go Dogs.
Yes,
the Huskies,
sir.
right? The
Go Dogs.
Right?
Yeah.
The University of Washington.
Yeah, University of Washington.
Weiss Wolves. But University of Washington Huskies.
Yes, sir.
Huskies, yeah.
You do look good in purple.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Does
question.
this count?
Yeah, it counts. It counts. It counts.
You Stephen F. Austin. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a big rankings guy. I'm not a preseason rankings person, as we need to bring. That's what the microphone's for. You need to talk in it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a big preseason rankings. I'm not a big preseason all-district, all-conference. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you're not the best receiver in the country right now, you're one of the top three.
Yes, sir.
And I know you're so grounded. Your beautiful family, parents. I know you don't care about that. You just want to be the best on the field.
Yes, sir.
And I think there's two teams represented in here that can go far. Again, you and the Anderson Trojans.
Yeah.
And you guys are no longer in the same district.
Yeah, not no more.
No more. That's right.
That's right.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck to you. And hey, we got another drawing here. All right, for this one, whoever's name I draw, they have a choice to be a guest co-host on a future episode with Stevie and myself, or we can promote your business for a month. You ready? Stevie, you draw it. Come on, Trey. Come on, Trey Moore.
Let's see who it is.
Oh my God, Thomas Baskin.
Yeah. Thomas Baskin.
Former Longhorn, Thomas Baskin. Well, we already have them lined up to be on the episode soon. We can either promote your business for a month, or you can be. You're
going to be a co-host. No, he's going to be a co-host.
You're going to be a co-host.
He's going to be a co-host. We'll have him on.
Thomas, show your face. He's got his scrubs on. Yeah. Come on. So everybody show. Hi.
Hello. Hook 'em.
Hey, Thomas is originally from California. We won't hold that against him.
100%.
He's not a true Texas boy, but we love him.
Yeah.
No, he's Texas. He's just not one of the Cali transplants we see every day.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We have great high school football in the Austin area, and I want to tell you something. We have a collection of quarterbacks in the Austin area.
Yeah.
That I think is one of the best. Let's get situated.
We're doing that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you talk about Weiss, Chad, the quarterback, SCHAD, one of the better quarterbacks I've seen. And then we talk about Chase Ames at Dripping Springs. And then Derbyshire at Anderson going into his senior season.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one out in the hill country who just signed or is committed to Texas from Smithson Valley. Smithson Valley and Anderson are in the same district now. Smithson Valley, back-to-back state championships. Let's meet these quarterbacks, and we'll begin with Knutson out in the Texas Hill Country. What can we look forward to seeing for these Austin schools who are in your district? How would you describe, if you were non-biased, not a Ranger, not Ty Knutson, what would you tell them to expect from a Smithson Valley football team on Thursday or Friday night?
Yeah, I would say very, very disciplined. You know, Coach Hill gets us right. We do everything a certain way. He's been doing it for the last 30 years. So I think it's just discipline is the biggest thing for us.
When you look at this district and you're facing a guy like a defending state champion, like Ty and Smithson Valley, does that add to the excitement of this new realignment for you and the Anderson Trojans?
It just kind of opens up an opportunity for sure. Like, kind of put ourselves on the map. Like, these guys are definitely big time. They've won twice now in a row, and he's a big time quarterback. He's like gone to the Elite 11. I know him. We went to a couple camps together. Scored one score behind him. That was rough. I remember that. But no, I'm just excited to play him.
Back-to-back years in the playoffs. You get a playoff win last year, and you look at that, how it permeates and affects all of the athletic programs.
Yeah.
Tell me what that's like, because you're a big part of this foundation, along with all the ones you don't see behind the camera right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's never just me. I've grown with all my guys these past 5-6 years. We've been really tight, and we kind of just set the standard every day. Like, practice, we're 100%. Games, we're 100% every time. Like, no matter what, we're all in. And this year, we're raising the standard, and we're really gonna kind of flip it. Like, every other year we came close. Like, the first year we made playoffs for the first time. Last year we made a small run. This year we're gonna make a deep run for sure.
All right, Donald Hatcher, we're going to talk a lot about Anderson Trojan football, and it wasn't always like that here in Austin.
This has been, you and I talk about this all the time. That last year, that piece of video we just saw, that was back-to-back piece of video of your quarterback, who's one of the best, not only in Central Texas, one of the better quarterbacks in the state of Texas. And then we saw a video, the second playoff win in this program's history. This is a school that dates back to 1973. So how do you go to the next step as a head coach, the program, from wanting to make the playoffs to believing you can achieve much more?
Now the guys just believe that, they expect to win. They don't know what losing is anymore. So now we're not just trying to make the playoffs. We're trying to go 3 or 4 rounds deep. So that's the next level, and that's our motto this year, level up.
Tell me about the guys that I'm about to interview. These are key guys that are not only just quality guys, but very physical and know the game of football.
Well, Chuck, middle linebacker,
Yeah.
He's following in some pretty good footsteps, Ivy Webb, Gage Webb, and Hodges since I've been here. So he'll be the leader of the defense, and no doubt that he can't get out there and handle that spot. And then Jay Fulmer, look for him to break some records this year. Expect a 20 touchdown performance from him alone.
Let's bring him in. So this may be a record. Jay and I have connected on an interview. This is twice now, in like 3 weeks. Now, keep in mind, this is the closest 3 grown men I've ever been in a podcast. Jay Fulmer and then Chuck Elling. We'll begin with you. As coach, this was a program that just wanted to get to the playoffs. Wanted to. And it's hard to get to the point where, all right, that's great. We expect that. How do you get to that next level? Well, getting it, that's easy for us. We expect it, to winning games and potentially reaching that ultimate goal in Arlington.
I think it comes down to now with our class, with having the most playoff experience we've ever had. And like we've always said, great programs live deep in the playoffs. So that's where we're looking to stay. And we have a lot of veteran experience under our belt. My sophomore year, first playoff appearance in a while. This last year, first playoff win in a while. So we're looking to just continue improving from the years past.
I can see it. So Chuck, Charlie, you like both, right?
Everybody's different. I don't care. I have no preference. But.
So this is what's cool about Anderson on the defensive side of the ball. I think they've had a 2-year middle linebacker.
Yes, sir. Hodges.
And then you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this was a defense dating back to maybe my years. We were a little porous. You guys have a lot of pride. Really very good school.
Yes, sir.
Weiss was the only team last year that really scored a lot of goals. Only team, right?
Yes, sir.
So, y'all had that 427 overtime game.
So that,
But you won that game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
What is the difference transforming this Anderson defense into believing that you guys not only can, but will?
I think it goes back to the guys. Every single guy is bought in. Everybody, and even on the offense. So Coach Holcomb, defensive coordinator, he came up with a saying a couple years ago. It's called Jamodi. Just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't pulled up?
I'll keep going.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were pulling it up. Every single guy on the defense lives by this. Not just football, everything, school, literally every single thing. I think that's one of the main things right there. We scream it every single morning. Every day.
Y'all don't just talk it.
No, we do it. Everything.
Yeah,
and I think that goes to everything. Showing up on time, making the tackle, round to the football. And I think that's what's so important about this year's season.
It's good seeing you as always, man.
Sir.
I wish we
Thank
could do
you
this
so much.
more often.
Yes, sir.
You guys are not fun at all to interview. Hey, congrats. Hey, best of luck to the Trojans this year. Listen to this. This is unheard of. A Trojans football team going for 3 consecutive playoff appearances and going for potentially back-to-back years with multiple playoff wins. They had one last year. put that in consideration. They've only had two playoff wins in the program's history. More? Trey? How's it going? Hey, we don't. Good to hear. Good. All right. We'll see you. Eric, Trey Moore, thank y'all for the appearance. So we're going to reel it back into the 6A level. Where's my guy, Steve Lee? We don't need him at the moment. There he is. Stevie Lee. So the Vandergrift Vipers are only 2 years removed from a state championship. And, you know, it seemed like a little while ago. But Drew Sanders, he's been there forever. He's built this program. And he told us what we can expect from this Vipers team, and literally 60 seconds.
But we've got new quarterbacks, so we've got a couple guys battling for that. So that'll be interesting who wins that out. Colin Williams and Gavin Custer. Gavin missed all last year. One of our best athletes of the state championship year missed all last year due to a lower body injury, and he's back full speed. So that is going to be good for us, bad for our opponents. And he is one of our leaders, regardless whether he's playing quarterback or slot or whatever. But both of those guys will be vying for the quarterback job. So we'll settle that. You know, the interesting thing is we only have 7 teams in our district, and so we will have 4 pre-district games to figure this year's versions of the Vipers out. You know, so that's a good thing.
That is a great thing.
And I think our lines will be fairly talented. We've got some linebacker questions we've got to figure out. And like I said, quarterback questions, a couple receivers, and then a couple DBs we got to figure out. But I mean, we are set in most of the positions, and I think that, you know, the Vipers will be a tough out for anybody this year.
We don't need him a lot.
Yeah, that's why we can't. Yeah. So one thing, so you're going to see the 6A level, obviously Dripping, Vandergrift, Lake Travis, Westlake. They're all going to compete, and they're all going to win a lot of playoff games this year. But we had a very candid interview, and they're both in the house right now. Former Longhorn fullback Matt Trissel, a part of your group.
Yep.
And his son Jackson Cook, who signed with or is committed to the Texas Longhorns. Jackson moved to Westlake from Lago Vista, and you can see the entire interview beginning tomorrow and Saturday. So we saw a rare season, and I asked a question about last season's Westlake Chaparrals. It's one of the best interviews we've had. Jackson Cook talking about what really happened at Westlake and what to expect this season. Yep.
Jackson, I do have to ask about this Westlake team. They had what I thought was a very rare rebuilding year last year.
It wasn't rebuilding. It was, if I can speak on it, we had, you know, we just had very high expectations.
Right.
And, you know, I think that tradition of Westlake, and I can say this because I'm not born and raised in Westlake.
Right.
But the expectations, I think people couldn't live up to them. And that's not any shade or anything on the, you know, last year's players, but, you know, we lacked a lot of what we have now, which is leadership. And I mean, you can go, like I said, go ask anybody who's been around our program this year and just this summer in general. It's different. I mean, even our coaches tell us, you know, like it's different. Like, it's their job to say that, yes. But I mean, they have coaches come from all over to watch our practices, and they're like, you know, when you've been around enough teams, you know. And I've been on varsity for 3 years now, all going into my senior year. Like, this is probably the best talented team I've ever played on, but it's definitely the most led team I've played on. It's more player led, which
That's
is
important.
I think is all a coach can ask for from a team.
All right, Steve. Yeah, got to pay attention. We get caught with our pants down, literally. So, very candid interview. We can see the long interview with Matt Trissel and Jackson Cook on our Facebook and Instagram page. And you'll see that probably late tomorrow or over the weekend. Really smart guy, great interview. And Tony Salazar and Westlake expect big things, a much better program, better season than they experienced last year at 7-4. Which leads us to Dripping Springs. Galen Zimmerman has done some things out there that I don't think many people knew was possible in Dripping Springs. Not only do they make the playoffs, they're looked upon as a state championship contender. Well, I asked Galen a couple of weeks ago about, because this was a realignment year, and this is what Galen had to say about the Tigers' new district.
I think that's good. I think we work well together. The guys in Austin, Del Valley, and then we pulled in Hayes and Johnson. And when we were 5A, Johnson was in district with us. So I think the travel's good. And then I think just the ability to say this is mostly the same teams, but it's a new district, and now everybody's excited. And so, I was talking to Coach Abels at Bowie the other day, and it's just, I don't know when the last time they weren't with Lake Travis and Westlake.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, and so it's just like, hey, this is all kind of new, and kids are excited about it.
Look at this, Mike Adams. You know what? I'm going to put it on the record. 1992, right? 1992 to 96. 97.
Yeah. 1996.
If you go in the record books of UT football, this guy, one of the best to ever do it, from Arlington.
I appreciate that, son.
And why is your number not retired?
I don't know. That's a good question. Good question, especially when only Ricky Williams and Cedric Benson can say they have more yards than you. Those are only two people, so that's a great question.
We need to get you in the.
You take that up with Del Connie.
Del Connie, oh, he would love you, man. So you've been a administrator in the Pflugerville School District. Now you got back into coaching with the Weiss Wolves, the receivers coach. You heard about that. So this segment is called "Let's Eat with Adams." You get to cooking, and you get to see this during our episodes with the pass rusher Stevie Lee. So what are we cooking up? Let's eat, Mike Adams.
Good to see everybody. And I think what we're going to talk about is college athletics. That's obviously a hot topic, and the portal nil situation, which it goes without saying. I mean, I don't think it's unpopular to say that a lot of people aren't in favor of athletes being paid in college and being able to transfer, but I'm probably one in the minority that believes that it's actually a good thing for athletics. I mean, college football is about as hot as it's ever been, and I don't think that feeling is ever going away. And honestly, I think it's a game that's transitioning towards, somewhat professional in the terms of the structure and the way things are, but it's not going to hurt the game at all. I think people should embrace this moment that we're in related to college football. We love our Longhorns. It's funny because no one ever mentions the Longhorn guys getting paid and driving Lamborghinis.
Never.
But the conversation seems to worry about other people, other schools. And, I know people are passionate about their schools, but I don't think the game of college football is only going to get better.
We're just seeing the fruits of all the labor of former players vetting and betting on themselves, saying, hey, listen, wait a minute. We're going to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
We're going to win these battles. Mm-hmm. And you're either going to make us an employee and pay us, or we're walking.
Yeah, and that's really kind of where things are. And the universities have clearly been on record as not wanting to treat athletes as employees because then they know it comes with tons of benefits. And things like that. So you really have to approach it a totally different way. And I think it's beneficial for both parties. I mean, we can see that there's enough in the pot to go around for everybody. When schools are able to come up with a budget, name, image, and likeness budget, revenue sharing budget, and they're able to distribute that to its athletes, that tells you that it's a lot in the pot. And that pot just needs to be shared like it's being currently today. So I'm excited for all the players, any player that's coming up. I mean, I think, of course, I know you're passionate about athletics, you're passionate about football, whether it's volleyball, tennis, what have you, any of the Olympic sports.
I think all of those athletes deserve to represent their college, their university, but they also deserve to be compensated.
I agree with that. And you can watch those tapes almost every week. So what we're doing, we're going to do our best. Every Monday night, we're getting together, he and I and Stevie, during the football season beginning that Labor Day, the week before Labor Day.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna record every Monday, and then we're gonna live stream our episodes every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And Mike Adams, you want to see his animation again? This is what we do with him. Are you able to cook out like that on the grill?
I can't cook.
You can't cook?
I can't cook. I've gotten rave reviews about my turkey that I smoke every Thanksgiving. Family members have commented on my ribs. So yes, I can cook on the grill.
I think we need to have a preseason party out at the Adams house.
No doubt.
And speaking of, he knows a little bit about the NIL and portal world. His two sons played in Louisville, and they're now at Wisconsin, and they had to go through all of that.
Yeah.
So everything you say is valid and carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, definitely learned it firsthand, and it's just been a great experience, a great blessing. I mean, to see my boys and other boys, carry out their dreams and accomplish their dreams, and really, it's about the love of the game, man. It's not even about, obviously you want to be able to have choices and feel like, in this free market economy that is the United States, have the ability to move around if you want to, you need to, and to know what your worth is. And when you see that, and you see your own kids have an opportunity to live it, and you see other guys that you coached and been a part of it have a chance to live out their dreams, that's really what we're talking about. That's what's most important.
Brother, much love.
Yeah, man.
CMA.
Way to kick off the season.
It's a great way to kick off the season.
A lot of Longhorn fans here.
Hey, you watching right now, please like, follow, subscribe all of our social media platforms, and subscribe to our YouTube page especially, and our IG. And I'm trying my best.
Quick shout out to my man Coach Hill at Weiss High School and the Weiss Wolves. Looking forward to I'm part of the program, but looking forward to each and every journey, each and every week, and having fun, man, going out there winning some games and making sure we get the best of our athletes each and every Friday. Looking forward to competing.
We have some great football in the Austin area. High school football is on another level.
Sure is.
And, it's just, you never know where to start. You could throw a dart now from Hutto all the way to the hill country.
Yeah.
There's great high school football. You know what else is good? This has been the season of stadium renovations.
Yes.
There's a lot of new stadiums. We got one in Lake Travis. House Park has one. And we got one way out west, a legendary stadium out in Mason, which has a new look. Let's begin with the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
If you've been paying attention, not everyone, but a lot of districts are either building new stadiums or renovating what they have and building Taj Mahals. And Lake Travis is no different. This graphic right here, this is going to be the finished product. And in case people were not aware, Lake Travis Independent School District is adding a new high school, but it won't open until, I think, another 3 years. But when you look at this, and I couldn't believe what you told me, you guys have a beast of a schedule. Your first 5 games are away from home, your non-district, before you guys get to play for the first time, just breaking in this beautiful facility. What's the attitude around? Because this is a phenomenal football stadium. Is the excitement building? And does it engage you guys having to play so many games away?
Yeah, I think we've done that last year, having to use Dripping Springs as the kind of our home away from home. But now it's kind of seeing the progress over the last few months as we're kind of still doing street conditioning this summer. Seeing the progress of the stadium. It's, every time we go in there, something new's put up. a new wall or new stands or whatnot, new finishes. And so it's kind of right now it's kind of looks like a bowl shape, which you can kind of see on the picture there. The press box is the structure's up. They're kind of doing the final touches of that as well. So it's the buildup of having a grand new stadium for our school district and so for our kids and our community to take pride in is awesome. And so it's going to be, I think, the opening night when we open that thing up during our first district opponent there, it's going to be awesome.
Well, every time I come up here and check out the progress, I think about the kids that will be here. Every decision we make is going to be for kids and our athletic programs, and just watching the kids coming out here wanting to be a part of House Park and play on a stadium like this. And it's just when you see the reactions of the kids' faces when they drive by and you get emails, you get phone calls about how excited they are.
The oldest stadium in Austin, Texas, House Park Stadium, was established in 1939. Now put that in perspective. That's almost 90 years of history. This old girl has survived quite a bit. Flooding from Shoal Creek, turf changes, and now this. A state-of-the-art, modern, multi-level press box facility with 2 event spaces. Gone are the deer blinds, but there's still this priceless view of the Austin, Texas skyline.
We're excited about the modernization, but at the end of the day, our kids deserve this. I am new to Austin, right? It's my second year, but no matter where I'm from, whether it's Houston, Dallas, East Texas, no matter where you're from, our kids and our future leaders deserve to have something like this to where they can enjoy and tell stories for the next upcoming, future leaders, and that's what it's about.
I try to send pictures to people regularly that are interested. Matt Stepp does a regular update on it too. But I was a little worried as the summer started that we were going to be behind. But we're getting very, very close to it being not necessarily completed, but the roof is all on. They just got to put the tin on, and then they got to come back and do some of the concrete work along the base, like the walkways and stuff behind. So we're on track. It's really close to being done.
All of Mason County will be in or around the Puncher Dome.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be. I think the week before we have Meet the Punchers, and that's the scrimmage against Ozona. I would imagine it'll be the most heavily attended scrimmage in the state of Texas.
Man, there's a lot of delirium taking place. A lot of distracting people, and we're loving life. Steven, we got to scoot over.
I'm here.
Hold my hand, would you?
I'm here.
We're trying to get close. Hey, one more high school football note. An AISD high school football legend, B. Demo Odoms, who played at LBJ High School, played at the University of Iowa, was a great Hawkeye. So guess where he's now the new head football coach?
Where's that?
The old rival of Reagan, formerly Reagan High School, now Northeast, Demo Odoms, took on a challenge, and he says, that's what I'm about. I'm going to figure out a way to turn Northeast into a winner, but he has to do so against his alma mater, LBJ. Demo is one of the best humans I know. Very proud of you, Demo Odoms. Oh, he's moving the sign. Hey, if it's not straight, just move the damn thing. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. And on the other side, we're going to talk Cowboys and Texans. We got some special interviews, especially the legendary longtime voice of the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
Austin's heat is hard on AC systems, and they break down at the worst possible times. Most AC failures we see could have been prevented with a system tune-up. So if you're worried your old AC won't make it through summer, get ahead of the problem. At Honest, our professional AC tune-up is only $99 and comes backed by our no breakdown guarantee. Only $99, so your system works better and lasts longer. For AC and plumbing repair you can trust, call Honest.
If you're like me and your golf game is subpar, to say the least, or maybe you're thinking you need a little bit of technology to improve your golf game, I have the solution for you. Indoor National on Mesa Drive in Northwest Austin, in between Steck Avenue and Spicewood Springs, has 2 bays, and you can play 550 golf courses around the world. It's all powered by TrackMan. And perhaps the best part about Indoor National is Mother Nature is never a factor. For more information on membership tiers, log on to indoornational.com.
This is Craig Holmes with Indoor National Golf Club in Austin. Welcome back to Kicking Things Off. Hook 'em.
All right, that was our guy at Indoor National, Craig Holmes. Much love to him and his new business. So we got a question. We got a question. Come here, Jonathan Parker. He submitted a question. He's a former trainer, right? Manager.
We didn't touch the water bottle.
Yeah. So former student manager of University of Texas football in the
When I was there.
Yeah, in the early
Right?
2000s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read. Jonathan sent me a picture. You know what? You know what's great about him? Not a picture, right? A question. So, you know he's an Anderson parent, right?
Anderson parent?
Aren't you a Trojan?
Really?
Yeah. So he sent me this question. We were talking about viewer questions to ask you or I or something to answer.
Yeah.
This is great. Remembering Coach Tolly, Coach Tollison, who passed away this year, unfortunately. What was one practice drill you still have nightmares about? Now, Jonathan witnessed all that because he was one of the managers.
Yeah. Oh, the drill that I have nightmares about. So there's a few of them. That's a good question.
Probably with Tolly.
That's a good question. I had some favorite ones, but then I had some that was not cool. Yeah, so yeah, so I love the ball get off drill. So, the ball get off with the stick.
With a little stick, with a
stick
little
on it.
ball on it, and it all he did was a little moot. Like, did that real quick.
A little
Tolly was
quick
good.
move.
And what would he say? Get.
Yeah. So the ball on the stick, the ball get off drill was fun because he would the slightest movement.
Oh yeah.
Because he wants your eyes on the ball for ball get off. Now the one that I hated was tackling a drill. So we had to simulate a running back. So trying to tackle, you're just warming up with your tackling skills.
Right.
So as defensive tackles, we got a ball in our hand. We feel like we're running backs. Well, I feel like I'm a running back, but my teammate, my line brother, had to tackle me for practice. And that was all before practice. So if somebody hit me hard, then I'm gonna turn around and hit them hard because we have to switch. So I hated that drill because
got Sean Rogers, Casey Hampton,
Marcus Tubbs,
yeah, tackling.
Yeah, we're trying to tackle
running
each other.
back.
Yeah,
first of all,
trying to tackle each other, man.
Hey, hand me that bucket. We got to give away. We got to
That's a
give
good
away
question,
one
man.
more prize.
Thank you.
Actually, 2 more. All right. Indoor National. It is a indoor hitting range, if you will, with over 550 of the golf courses around the world. You can play on it. Virtual was the word I'm looking for.
I'll do it.
I know. I'm going to mix it up.
Okay.
What do you reach? Give me a reach around over here.
It's a family show, man. It's a family show.
So 1 hour. You get 1 hour at Indoor National. Stevie Lee, no reach arounds.
All right.
Garza! You're going to Indoor National. Your dream has come true.
Garza.
So remind me before we cut out that we owe you an hour at Indoor National.
He needs it a lot.
I do too. Hey, 9 hours at Butler pitch and putt is all I can handle. Nobody loves playing golf with me because I suck. I leave more divots than you can repair. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about the Texans and Cowboys. Obviously, the Texans had a wonderful season. But I hate saying this. They choked away the best defense in the country. Yeah. I mean, the NFL. They had the best defense in the NFL. And their offense was a liability. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys with Brian Schottenheimer, I think the culture's changed. Do you think they're better with Schottenheimer as head coach?
We got some Cowboy fans in here. I am not sure.
I'm not either.
I'm not sure.
I like Schottenheimer.
Yeah, but they just promoted within when they could have changed the whole staff and things like that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it yet, man. We'll see.
Well, let's hear what. Now, remember, there's a 17-game season, not 16. Everybody says, oh, they're going 10-6. That's not possible.
Right.
But let's hear what the legendary voice of the Dallas Cowboys has to say about all that.
Urban jumping, catch at the 3, diving, touchdown! Oh, what a play!
You know, Brad Sham, he's entering year 87 as the voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
You're the only one who's gotten it right.
It seems that way, but what a good life. And you've seen a lot of great moments that when the Cowboys return to the scene or that Super Bowl win over Buffalo and Pasadena. To me, it feels like yesterday, but that was over 33 decades ago, and they had that run. I guess, Brad, I guess the first question here is, this is the year they're going to go back, right? Every year, Cowboys fans are optimistic. It's Super Bowl time, right?
Yeah, that is the silliest question that anyone can ask, and especially today, because people forget in those 90s years, there was no free agency. They had just started Plan B free agency. You have to Google that. What the hell was that? There was no free agency, and the money wasn't like it is, and the salary cap was just becoming a thing. People talk about the great job Jimmy Johnson did here, and he did. There's no question about that. But he did not have a salary cap. And not until he got to the Dolphins did he have a salary cap to deal with. Yes, they've drafted well, and I think that's part of the heart and soul of their team. And then you have to add some guys along the way. I caution people against assuming that the offense is going to just pick up where it left off. It's a different team, and you just don't know. People have tape on you, and I believe they'll be good, but they've got to prove that. And then on defense, I'm excited because I think they drafted, and this is not even counting undrafted free agents. I think they have a couple more on offense than on defense who have a chance to make an impact. But they drafted, I think, 4 or 5 guys who might all contribute, be in a row start or be in a rotation. I mean, the first 3, Downs and Lawrence and Barham, I'm excited to see those guys. I think they're all going to have a chance to really make a difference.
You know, there's constant criticism of the quarterback, C.J. Stroud. The progression of him in this system and with Nick Caley, who's only in his second year of calling plays.
Yeah.
Is there, rightfully so, a ton of pressure on C.J. and Nick to get this thing turned around and to complement what I think may be the best defense in the NFL?
You know, that's kind of what came out of last year. They go, man, they wasted a year with the best defense in the league. I mean, so it's like, and pressure on CJ. Yeah, there is pressure on. He knows it too. because he took a step back. But you mentioned Nick Caley, but Jerry Slopinski's his name. He was part of the quarterback staff already, but now he's a quarterback coach. I think that's going to make a difference because now there's he was already in on it, but now he's got a bigger role in it, and that's kind of what I think CJ needed. He needed not different eyes, but just a different approach. So I don't know if that's going to be the cure all, but I think that's going to help. And they've done other things to help CJ. They brought in David Montgomery. So there's a running back that can get you a couple of yards. That was a problem last year. That's going to help. The offensive line's progressing. They weren't as bad last year as they were the year before. They drafted the big Rutledge guy, man. And what he brought in was a nastiness, and that's going to help.
All right, Stevie Lee. We want to ask everybody here, this is the most basic, surface level question. Who has the better season, the Texans or the Cowboys? Who has the better season? Come on, not everybody at once.
Everybody said Texans.
So Texans. I think the Texans. Somebody said the Bears. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling Texans. I'm feeling the Texans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had a viewer question. Dave Cody in Washington says, will the Dallas Cowboys reach the playoffs?
Yes.
I'll say as a wild card.
Yes, they'll reach the playoffs.
So Dave, DC, legend. I think they make the wild card playoff in the NFC from the NFC East. Go ahead and answer that. Follow us on Twitter and tell us who will have the better season, Texans or Cowboys. But here's a question to you, Stevie, that inquiring minds want to know. Will we ever have a team from the Lone Star State advance to the Super Bowl ever again?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know when, but it'll happen.
In our lifetime?
Yeah. It'll happen.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, let's give away one more thing. One more copy of Raising Coal.
Stephanie G.
Who's Stephanie G?
Stephanie G.
Stephanie G. Stephanie. You want a copy of Raising Coal? I'll get it to you. Thank you.
Of a book,
Raising Coal. It's a very sad book.
It's a lovely book.
It's a lovely book. That's going to be a movie.
Right.
Man. So we don't like negativity, but so you guys will know, please follow us on all social media platforms. And just so you know, every episode we do, we like to end it with positivity.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
And I love telling this that voice that you heard was Mike Harge's son before puberty.
Oh, wow.
He does not sound like that anymore. Stevie Lee, all I'm going to say, I'll let you start. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of positive. There's a lot of things to be happy and excited about every day we wake up. Tell me something good, my brother.
Yeah, something good. I'm going with football, y'all. The University of Texas is their second day on campus now. Texas football, second day in camp, and football season is upon us, man. Less than 30 days away. I'm looking forward to it. That's something good. I'm really looking forward to seeing all my friends, going to tailgate again. It's gonna be fun.
And Todd Hunt's best damn tailgate ever.
Yeah. So
and the Occupy Left Field tent.
Yeah.
Tess, where are we starting at? Are we staying the same place?
Yes, we started at AT&T Conference Center.
I found a new place. But we'll go there. Come on, we got to get Dustin some love too. You want to get some love, Dustin? Not with my truth serum. You can see the Pass Rush with Stevie Lee weekly, and and it'll drop every Tuesday at 7 p.m. But I'm going to tell you something good, man. In a world in which politics. They want us to be pissed off and hate everything. Wake up and look up. Look at what we're talking about right now. There are so many good things. I wish you were here right now to see all these faces, all these people who found time to make it to the Boulevard Bar and Grill on Austin, Texas, to what? To celebrate this great American game we call football, college football, high school football, and NFL and Texas, and the winning tradition that is now Anderson Trojan football. And it's just a beautiful thing. And hey, big shout out to everybody here at the Boulevard Bar and Grill. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Man, hey, you know, if I had a producer, I could do it quicker, but I want to show the crowd camera. Let's see. Look at this. Oh, look at that.
Crowd cam.
Look at that. There's a solar eclipse. We just saw correct crotch. Oh my God! There's a lovely. Oh my God! Off the rails, off the rails. We are definitely, we have Stevie. We put a lot of time and effort into all this because we love doing it.
No question.
And we will continue doing this.
Well, let me say something, man. First of all, I basically just showed up, right? Sean put this thing together, this whole spreadsheet and everything. So I want to say thank you for doing what you do, putting this whole thing together, putting all these interviews together. I come in whenever I can, but you go and do a lot of interviews. So all the interviews that we had today, those were the short clips. They're longer interviews.
That's what she said.
Yeah, longer interviews on our socials. Go take a look at them, check them out, especially the Coach Brown interview.
They'll begin tomorrow.
Yeah, go check him out. Coach Brown was fantastic. He's always fantastic with us. Go check out Danny Davis, Harbaugh, all these guys. We did some really good interviews for this. We only could do clips, but go and check out all the interviews on our socials. Go to Stories Inside the Man Caves on Instagram. You'll be able to see them. But thank you, man.
Love you, brother. Love you. Hey, we love you. We love everybody. We love Tess Sawyer. We love Dustin. We love everybody here. Hey, there's a lot of love here. We are so excited about
so much love.
We love Ralph Simon. We love Boulevard Bar and Grill. So much love to pass around.
So much love, he don't want to wrap it.
I just don't want to wrap it up. I can't say goodbye yet.
Wrap it up, man. Come on.
Hey, let me tell you something. Please follow each of our social media platforms if you haven't done so yet.
You said that already.
We said it 4 times. We need a 5th time. Hey, for the OG Man Cave boys, that being Big Mike, Coach Mo, Hardball Hards. What do we tell them, Stevie Lee?
We out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.
Got me.